One of my favorite lines, though, and I don't know if you've gotten to it yet, was Daniel's daughter says, "I thought we were the good guys."
I just got there.
Yeah.
And he was like, "We are." Hi guys, Joshua Smith here with Nova Home Loans. I'm here with our brilliant video marketing strategist, Corrina Hernandez. What are we talking about? Tell them what we're talking
All right, so we started this before, and then Josh kind of flaked on me.
I do that.
So
I have done that. I'm not going to, 2021 now.
We're not going to let him flake this time.
No.
We're going to go back to our movie reviews and talk about movies because that's what we love. Yeah.
Did we ever do 6 Underground?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we
That was
did.
the only one we did.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We were supposed to do Flags of Our Fathers.
Flags of Our
or
Fathers.
something,
Yeah, I don't know.
and he didn't watch it, and
I'm
I suffered
awful.
through it.
Yeah,
so.
we just have to sync up better. But one of the things that I'm still going to let you tell them, but we did find something that we both liked.
Mhm.
What was it?
Cobra Kai.
Do you guys remember that? Do you remember? I mean, do you remember the Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Probably.
Wipe off.
Anybody who's wax on, wax off?
Something like that.
Not wipe on, wipe off.
Okay. It's been a few
Sorry,
years.
I'm the movie geek here. I'm definitely the movie geek here. But yeah, so Cobra Kai is a series on Netflix. I think originally it was YouTube.
Yes.
It was a YouTube series.
And they let you watch the first 2 episodes for free, but then you had to subscribe to YouTube. I'm like, and I'm cheap. I ain't doing that.
Right. But then Netflix bought it to keep it going because I think YouTube was going to cancel it. And I mean, basically the story goes all the way back to the very first Karate Kid movie with Ralph Macchio, Daniel-san, and Mr. Miyagi, and the Sensei Kreese, that jerk. Anyways, it follows the story primarily. It starts out following the story of Johnny, but 20 years later, 30 years later.
Yeah.
And he's kind of I don't know, dude, like really run down, kind of drunk.
Yeah, his life didn't go anywhere.
I think he stayed in the 80s until
Yes.
now. And but God, it's hilarious. So they bring everybody back, all your favorite characters, right? So like, who's your favorite in the new? So not only are they the old characters, but they've got children now, right? So out of everybody in so far that you've seen, who do you like the most, or who do you find the most interesting?
I'm going to have to go with Johnny.
Okay. He brings back a lot of our childhood stuff, right?
He does. He was the bad guy in the first movie.
Yeah.
And he caused a lot of trouble. He thought he was cool. And, Danielson came along, kicked his butt. But I'm liking him. And I'm not liking Danielson.
Well, no. And I love how in this story, Johnny was the good guy in some ways. Like his perspective on it, Danielson came in and was a bully. And
he is. Yeah.
I thought that was great.
I was like, oh my God, my little teenage crush. And he's an ass now. Can't say that.
He's one of those, an a-hole.
Yeah.
Well, and like the other thing too is I love his sort of old school simplicity, specifically kind of as it relates to a lot of this millennial stuff these days, the snowflakey, and you know what I mean? Like he's an old school kind of tough guy. Like, oh, you're being bullied online? It's like, what does that mean? Like in my day, we used to punch people in the face, and so toughen up, kids, right? So he's bringing a toughness back to these kids. He opens up the dojo again, the old Cobra Kai dojo. And we'll talk about the whole storyline next time. I haven't finished it. So the 3rd season just came out, and Corrina's done now, and I haven't finished it yet, but I'm close. I'm halfway through or so. So we will get another video out that tells more about the story, but we can talk a little bit about it so far.
So this new Cobra Kai kind of follows their children.
Yeah.
And it's Johnny's son and Daniel's daughter.
Right.
And then they're friends at school. I think it's a good storyline.
I do
think, we've seen a lot of shows try to come back from the 80s or 90s and reboot with the new generation, and it failed. But I think this is a really good show. I think they have a really good storyline.
I do too. And one of the things I think is really cool is I don't, like, especially this season, it seems like I think they oversimplify a little bit, but in a way I look at it and I'm like, it doesn't try to be more than it is. Part of what Johnny does do really is give these kids a lot of confidence.
He kind of goes about it a bad way. Daniel is still all about the, wax on, wax off. He's got the cars there. He's got to clean the cars. But, and the kids are like, when are we going to get to the fighting?
Yeah.
But, and Johnny is still a little harsh with his, kick their butt, he don't say butt, but we'll say
strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir.
Yes.
And then Kreese does show back up, which is a whole new dynamic too, because Johnny's trying to be a little bit better. right?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to be the bad guy. Not that he thought he was, but you know what I mean? He knows that Kreese kind of was too messed up, but Kreese is back. I love in the first season, Daniel's mom is back, right?
Yes,
she shows up for
Daniel's
like a
mom is
holiday.
there. He's all about giving away the bonsai tree. You buy a
A
car, you
little
get a bonsai tree.
Too
I'm
much
like,
for the
oh,
bonsai. Yeah.
I'm over the bonsai tree now, so.
Here's what I want to know, or here's what we want to know, right? Have you watched it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it? Who's your favorite character? And let us know what you think of this video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and let us know if there's something that you watched that we should watch.